Hey guys, so today I am filming a review and as you can see I've just done a makeup look, but this video will be uploaded after this tutorial, so you'll probably have already seen this by now. But I just thought now would be a good time to review the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette since I used it for this makeup look. I'm just going to kind of go through my first impressions, I'll do swatches with primer and without primer, and just kind of talk about my thoughts. So at first when this palette came out in stores and I kind of saw it around Selfridges and Debenhams, I was interested in it, but I thought, like, I'm not paying the money because, I mean, I've got two Vice palettes and the Alice in Wonderland palette, and they're beautiful palettes. Like, I mean, the packaging, Urban Decay always do amazing packaging. It always just looks like you must have it. And I think that's kind of how I got dragged into buying the Vice palettes. And then I found when I started using them on myself and on clients that the colours aren't as pigmented as I'd hoped. So I kind of started to lose a bit of hope. So once this palette came out, I was like, well, yeah, it's all well and good looking at the palette and looking at how vibrant the colours in the pans look, but will they actually be as bright in practice, and will they blend and everything like that? So I just kind of took all that into account, and I thought, look, I don't need to spend that much money on this palette, like, I'm just not going to bother. So I didn't really think about it until my best friend decided to go and buy it. Sorry, my phone is buzzing. Yeah, my best friend decided she would buy it when she went to Germany, and she obviously brought that back, and I was like, well, obviously I'm going to want to have a go. So I played with it and I created like a blue smoky eye. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. And they were so pigmented and creamy and blended like heaven. I was like, yeah, I need this palette. So I got it like 2 days later. So now I have my very own full spectrum palette. Again, it's a limited edition palette, just like the Vice palettes and the Alice in Wonderland, etc. I did already have like first impressions on the palette when my best friend had it, so I guess we'll go with what I first thought then. Obviously, the packaging, I'm a proper hoarder for packaging. I still have the box to my Alice in Wonderland palette, and I'll probably end up keeping this for a while because, I don't know, I just don't have the heart to throw it away. I mean, like, you know, it's all embossed, it's like got all the pretty colours, and even the back, like, it shows every single colour. It's just like, can I bring myself to get rid of this box? Probably not for a while. As always, Urban Decay always deliver on the packaging. The actual palette itself is super sturdy. I think this is like the most sturdy palette I've had from them. Like, it just feels solid as a rock. And then when you open it up, it's kind of got like a, what's the word? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, can you see this? It's like, it hugs it. It hugs it. It has like edges. I don't know what that's meant to mean, but it just makes it feel more sturdy. And it's got like this texture. They've kept it simple. They've got all the colours in the logo, and oh, I mean, it just looks professional. It looks the business. It looks the bee's knees, let's be honest. Yeah, instantly I was like, it looks so beautiful. And then, obviously, I've seen the colours before when I've been in Selfridges and Debenhams. I swatched a couple of them before, but because it's always so busy, I never really get time to actually look through the colours properly, so I never really had a first impression when I was in store. But once I got to play with the one that Imi had, I really found that the colours were as bright as they are in the pans, and I mean, it's beautiful. It's amazingly laid out as well, because they've got like the kind of trios of colours. So you've got your black, silver, white colours, and then you've got your purples, blues, greens, yellows, reds and pinks, and they're all laid out basically ready to use. So you could easily just go with these three, you know, your eyelid colour, your crease colour and your highlight. They're all there for you, but then you can obviously mix and match, which is what I will be doing. So on my eyes at the moment, if you haven't watched my tutorial, which will be up at this point, I used the colour Mean on my lid, Hatter in my crease, and then to add more depth to my crease I used 100, so I used the green spectrum here. And then I also added Goldmine and Calavera, yeah, I used that on the inner corner, and oh, it's popping, seriously. Yeah, what else can I say, really? It looks amazing, and it actually is amazing. So I'm basically going to swatch every single colour on my arm without primer, and then I will do the same on my other arm with primer so that we can do a little comparison. I'm going to start from the right hand side and go to the left. Well, that's my right hand side now, but it's my left when I'm looking at it. Yeah, I'm starting from the left, and I'm taking the colour Alchemy, and I'm going to swatch that. This is without primer with one swipe. Alchemy. Pinky red, it's got a shimmer to it. Gossip is next. More of like a cerise pink. I mean, I don't know if my camera is really going to pick up the true colour right now because the lighting is pretty shocking. It's winter, I'm sorry. Then I'm taking Paranoia, which is pale pink. So you can see those three together. Beautiful. Next up, we're going into the orange spectrum, and we're starting with Warning, which I think is probably going to be one of my favourites. Look at that. It's like a lovely copper orange colour. Amazing for winter. Next colour is Seas. So it's more of a matte finish, this one. Kind of more of a true orange, but it has kind of got that coppery undertone to it that this one has as well. And then Jones, which is a proper shimmery orange. I'm sorry, I'm like kind of getting close to my wrist right now with these swatches, and I have a phobia of wrists. I know, it's weird, but so I'm going to have to wipe this off and start again because I can't go on my wrist. Next colour is a pretty shimmery one, true orange, very pretty. I'm going to wipe this away and start again from here because, ugh, wrist phobia. Now I'm going into the yellow spectrum. So we're starting with Midnight Blaze, which isn't yellow, it's kind of more green, but it's got sparkles in it, okay. Now my camera probably won't show this up. This one isn't quite so pigmented. I don't know if you'll be able to see the true colour of this, but it's kind of more like a grey green with like gold glitter in it. That would probably be nice layered on top of another colour. Then I'm going in Calavera, which is the bright yellow that I have on my eyes now. Check that out, creamy as hell, really bright and vibrant, Sugar Pill standard. Then we have Goldmine, which I also layered on top of the yellow. Super sparkly, this one. So you can see them two layered together are just a match made in heaven. Next spectrum is green. I'm starting with 100, which is the dark green that I have in my crease at the moment. This one is probably one of the most pigmented ones. It's really, really dark, just with one swipe. I mean, you can see it on my finger. Crazy. Makes me think of alligators. Then Hatter. I feel like I shouldn't really be swatching the greens because I already have them on, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Hatter has a slight sheen to it, but it's not a proper glitter. But it's as pigmented as like a matte shade. And then Mean, which is the one I have on the centre of my lid. Again, getting close to my wrist. A really nice lime green with a shimmer. The next spectrum is the blues. So I'm starting with Minx. This is what I used on my eyes the other day. And can we just... That and 100 are really pigmented. Lovely navy shimmer. Then we have Blindsided, which is a very summery kind of ocean blue. I like that one. Kind of matte finish. It has very slight flecks of kind of like a silver glitter in it. Metamorphosis, which is more like... See, I never know how I feel about this colour. I see this colour all the time, but it makes me think of Scrubs, like in the hospital. So I don't know. I think I've just always had a problem with that kind of colour. Now we're going into the purple spectrum. So we have Delirious. I haven't actually used the purples yet, so yeah, that's fairly pigmented. A nice kind of dark purple matte finish. Then we're going into Sketch. Ooh, this one isn't very pigmented. Although it looks more pigmented now, actually. Yeah, it just took a little bit of an extra swipe of colour. Very nice kind of violet colour with a nice sheen to it. Then we're going into Faded. I haven't used this one yet, but it's got proper glitter in it from what I can see in the palette. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, hi. Okay. Okay. Wow. Like, I don't know if my camera will pick that up, but hot damn, it's got like gold glitter in it. It's kind of similar to Midnight Blaze, but purple. That is sassy. That would be nice layered on top of Sketch. I'm gonna just layer it on Sketch just to... Yeah, look at that on top of Sketch right there. That is sass. I'm going to be using that. Okay, and we are on the last spectrum, which is the monochromes. So we have Platonic, which is a black with silver sparkles. That is going to be amazing for New Year's. Nice and pigmented. Not the most pigmented black ever, but I think that's something to do with the glitter being in it. But it would be very nice layered on top of a base. Now we have Iced, which when I tried this in Imi's palette wasn't very pigmented, but I guess this colour is more for layering on top. But it's kind of just like a, yeah, iced. It says it all. It's an icy silver colour, which would probably look nice layered on top of another colour. And then last of all we have Bump, which is obviously a perfect matte white, which we all love for a highlight. That's what I have on as my highlight today. You know, you have everything you need in this palette, seriously, apart from transition colours. So I like to use another palette for transition colours. So that was without primer. Now I'm going to prime this arm, and I'm going to do the swatches of all the colours, and I'm not going to talk through them, I'm just going to show you them at the end. Oh my god, these look beautiful. I mean, you guys best appreciate what I'm doing right now, because I'm on my wrist now. I'm on my wrist, and I have a phobia of wrists, and I am quite literally putting eyeshadows on my wrist. I'm not even going to be able to watch this video back, because I'll be like, I don't want to look at my wrist. But I'm done, okay? So, this side, hopefully, I don't even think I can twist my arm enough. Okay, let me just go like this. Okay, so these are the pink spectrum and the orange spectrum. So you can see with primer these are visibly straight away super pigmented, like. And then on my other arm we have the yellow spectrum. Again, I still think Midnight Blaze is probably the least pigmented, but like I say, I think that's more for layering on top of other eyeshadows. And then all of these are pigmented. Again, 100, that dark, deep alligator green, super pigmented, super shimmery, amazing. And Mean as well, amazing. For some reason, Minx doesn't look as pigmented there, but I might not have put quite as much on there. All the way through the purples to our white at the end. So that is all of the colours with primer. So that is the palette. If you don't already know, I think this retails for £43, £42 or £43. I think it's 43. Do I think it's worth the money? Yes. It's the first Urban Decay kind of limited edition palette that I really think is worth the money, because it is so versatile. It's kind of mapped it out for you how you can use these colours, with them being in kind of a spectrum order, which I think is really good for people who are beginners at makeup artistry and want to really develop their skills with colours and understand colour theory and stuff. I think it's a really, really good way of setting out a palette so that everybody can use it, basically. Only thing I would advise is if you have a neutral palette, so you know, I have my Too Faced Semi-Sweet palette or my Zoeva Warm Spectrum palette, just to use kind of these browns to help blend all of these bright colours into your skin, especially greens. Let's go with greens. They are super hard to get to blend into your skin, so it's always good to have a neutral colour to blend those edges. So that is my full review on the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. Very impressed, highly recommend, and I honestly think it's one of the best palettes Urban Decay has come out with in the past couple of years. Love it, and I hope you guys love it too, and get it while you can, because this is limited edition. So thank you guys for watching. I will post pictures of my swatches at the end of the video and probably on my Instagram as well. So if you want to check them out in their full glory, then go ahead to my Instagram. I will put a link in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!